Hey, good evening, folks. Richard, or the Samurai Cowboy, whatever you want to call me, I don't care. But just needed to do another video of what's going on now. Now they're talking about a recount. Oh boy. You know what? I gotta hand it to the Democrats. They just don't give up. And that's probably a unique trait that the Republican Party needs to add to their, war arsenal, whatever. Democrats don't give up. They just keep on going and going. They keep on going and going and going and going. That's why we got this problem with transgender bathrooms now. This is why we got less than, I don't know what the percentage of homosexuals in the United States, but they're driving their agenda against the majority of the United States. I'm not, if you want to be homosexual, that's up to you. Okay? I could care less about that. But you know what? I'm not going to endorse your behavior. And I'm not going to let your behavior become normalized in the eyes of my children. Okay? So if you want to go out and be homosexual, fine. I don't see too many heterosexuals running down the street saying, I'm heterosexual. I'm heterosexual. But that's an area where the Democrats have been just going on and on and on and on. And that's what we got now today, folks. You can see it right now. So, now we got a recount going on. I don't know what to think of this, but other than just bull hockey. They ain't going nowhere with it. Donald's in. He's got his, 306 electoral votes. That's well above the 270 that he needs. So, regardless of what this new recount effort's going to be, it ain't going to happen. So, but it brings the point about these Democrats. Like I said, they just don't give up. They keep on going and going and going. Whereas conservatives and Republicans, a lot of times, I don't know what it is, if we're all busy in our lives, or I don't know. They must have more time to dwell on stuff than we do, because we're out there working, making a living. But it just seems fanatical on the outer fringes of freaking reality that these people operate in, But you know what? They're there. And they continue to push their agenda, just like now. Even though Trump has won the election, the kumbaya, well, there was never a kumbaya period. They were getting over shock, okay? That's what they were doing. But you know what? They're back at it again. You see Elizabeth Warren. You see Nancy Pelosi. You see the rest of the normal gang of Democrats out there. Even Chuck Schumer. Oh, yeah. But we ain't going to let them get a free ride. They just don't quit. So what we need to do is keep on doing what we're doing right now. Because the majority of Americans are pretty much conservative. Some of them don't know that, but they are, So it's incumbent upon us to get out there, and we won a big election this year, but we just need to bring the bacon home every election cycle. Okay? So I really got positive vibes about Donald Trump. Like I said, even though he wasn't my first choice, but I went with him after he was a Republican nominee. You know, of course, my guy Ted Cruz didn't quite make it there, but I think he's not going to have a problem getting reelected. If he does whatever, if he says what he's going to do there, and he executes that stuff, he's not going to have a problem. Democrats are going to have a problem. And so I think what we need to do is ensure that we get behind Donald Trump and support him on what he's doing out there. We want to hold him to the, his pledges concerning immigration reform. We want to hold him to, I could give a shit less about him personally prosecuting Hillary Clinton, but I can guarantee you, Jason Chavez and some other people in the Congress ain't going to let that go by. So I'm not worried about that, but immigration reform, draining that swamp in Washington, D.C., and doing all the other things that he pledged, okay, because, he's gone out repealing Obamacare. He needs to do that, he needs to do that. So I'm looking forward to this, but the gist of my video tonight is, I'm going to tell you, those Democrats ain't giving up, okay? So please don't sit on your laurels and rest now. We got a lot of work ahead of us, and we need to get out there and I don't think we have a problem in flyover country and down in the South where I'm at. Florida was kind of close where I'm from, but we got places like Virginia we need to take back. We need to get those western states such as New Mexico and Nevada, and I don't think there's no hope for California. That ain't happening. But maybe they'll see the light out there. But with Governor Moonbeam Brown, but we need to continue to work on holding and flying the American standard bearing on our values. Our values there's nothing wrong with them. The left continues to demonize us on that. But that's where most Americans are at. We got a small percentage of Americans are out there trying to dictate what the rest of us is going to be doing. So we need to get, like I said, one of the big faults with Republicans, conservatives, we just, okay, we might go out there and vote our straight ticket, but Republican, but we just don't get involved in stuff. So we need to be involved. We need to convince family members that may be on the other side of the aisle. And we just need to continue. I mean, they've lost a lot of seats in the local level, state level, and the federal government level. So we need to continue on our march and just make sure things are moving in the right direction, as I'd like to say. So for all those that are out there with giddy feelings over the election results, let's not let this stop us from continuing our march to ensure that we keep conservatives in the bastions of our government, okay, because that's what the majority of Americans are. They're conservative. So I'll let you go. Y'all have a good night. God bless America.